Good morning there. Hello. If you're just tuning in, this is the AM show. My name is Inimado, and I'm doing this with the
Israelite.
Yes, the Israelite. And we have a fantastic show for you today. Israel will be telling you all about it a little later on. But we're going to get into the newspapers this morning.
Okay.
And maybe this morning I'm going to start with the Ghanaian Times.
All right.
And let's see what's in the newspapers. Please feel free to interject.
No, please, give us as much detail as you can. I'm not saying read the whole newspaper, but yeah.
But yeah, okay. Anyway.
Be kind to us.
Yes,
those who can't afford to buy the newspapers, they tune in.
Yes, please. Okay. So on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, heavy rains cut off 46 communities in BR, Bono region. Bridge washed away. It took me a minute to, because I was remembering the 10 regions.
Okay.
And there was no B, was in the old 10, whatever. Anyway.
It was BA.
Yeah, wrong I have, exactly. But the 16, we are old, it takes us a while. Bridge washed away.
You that you're old?
It takes us a while to remember some things.
Old as a grandma?
Yes, bridge washed away, whatever. Bridge washed away, essential services inaccessible to residents. Police gunned down 2 armed robbers. 2021 National Farmers Day launched in Accra. Aid to Owusu Bempa arrested for illegal possession of arms. And 396 suspected criminals grabbed in the Ashanti region, 792 motorcycles impounded. Okay. So what are you interested in? Let me see. So the police have arrested an aide to Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempa, who's the head pastor of Glorious Word Power Ministries, for allegedly possessing a gun without authority. We talked about that yesterday. Was it yesterday? We mentioned the illegal proliferation of arms. So yeah. Nigeria police arrest dozens from banned Shia group. WHO is horrified over sexual exploitation by aid workers in the DRC. So World Health Organization staff were among 83 aid workers who sexually abused women and girls while tackling the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, a report finds. The abuses, which includes 9 allegations of rape, were committed by both national and international workers between 2018 and 2020. I mean, how do you go to a country to help them in a difficult season or in a difficult moment and then go and abuse, women and children? It's just ghastly and downright demonic, honestly. Generals advised Biden against Afghan pullout. North Korea fires new hypersonic missile. Hey, North Korea and South Korea, they are not joking, no. Charlie, they've tested a new hypersonic, I don't even know what a hypersonic missile is, called Hwa.
Like extremely fast.
Okay. So HWA, if you're in Ghanaian local, is Shasong. I doubt it's called the Shasong 8 on Tuesday. Hwasong, maybe? Anyway, so apparently this new missile is one of the 5 most important new weapon systems laid out in its 5-year military development plan. Who are they going to fight? Who are they planning on fighting?
Yeah, they're letting you know that anybody who dares, we're going to deal with you.
Wow.
You come play with us.
Okay. So yesterday...
That way, if you feel threatened enough, if they ask you for something, you give them.
You'll give it to them. So yesterday was World Heart Day, using digital tools to improve to get a healthy heart. So happy Heart Day, and take care of your heart, physically, spiritually, emotionally, everything. We'll deal with armed robbery. COP Boache has been speaking. So the police have assured the international community and their citizenry of the readiness to deal with recent armed robberies in some parts of the country. And let me just take a minute to really commend the police. You guys are doing such a great job. They're patrolling.
The visibility.
Yes, they're actually being very nice. So like I said, I've been stopped very often, but they're very civil. They'll search my car and all of that, but they're not intimidating. They're not shouting, and they'll always ask, do you live around here? Are you okay? Are you sick? And it's nice, it's very nice.
But you don't like the part where they say, go into your house.
Except when they tell me to go. Some old policeman, he passes by the house every. Once you go inside the house, anyway, I need to find his name so that I can. But you guys are doing a great job, so thank you for looking out for us. Citizenry tasked to continuously build democratic institutions. Okay, so governance experts expresses misgivings over acquisition of the new presidential jet. Now that has been on social media, and people are really talking about it. Eugene Ahin, Director of Communications at the Presidency, told us that they were in the process of looking or acquiring or whatever of a new presidential jet, because the current one is old and it has to stop a number of times and it can only take a certain number of people. And they're not going to listen to our opinion on it anyway, so there's kind of no point getting riled up about it.
Maybe if we, talk loud enough.
Oh, I doubt.
Or we hear a lot more people talk about it.
Yeah, maybe. Heavy rains cut off 46 communities in Bono region. Bridge washed away. Essential services not accessible to residents. We've done this story in so many different forms over the past 3 weeks. There was the Upper East region. There was another place in the Northern region, and then again in the Upper East region, and then now in the Bono region. And the effects of storms still, and how it just stops people's lives. A bridge is washed away. Essential services not accessible to residents just because it rained, So they're going to go and fix it, yes, but can we fix it in a sustainable way so that we're not having to fix it every year? Anyway. Justice Jamefe expresses concern over lack of CCTV cameras in court. Okay. 700,000 refurbished 20-bed capacity orthopedic ward inaugurated at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. There's still a lot of news about the MDAs and MMDCEs and all of that, just trying to get them to settle so that they can go to work. Okay. NCCE calls for coexistence among communities in Ghana. Minister Mesty to commercialize its research innovations. South Africa Airways relaunches operations in Ghana. That's interesting. SNIT Saturday services to bring convenience to members. Something interesting, the gold price has dropped over 1%. So they've hit a 7-week low yesterday as the dollar strengthened and U.S. Treasury yields surged on expectation of sooner than expected hike in interest rates by the Federal Reserve. So oil prices also have gone up above $80 for the first time in 3 years. Let's get into some sports. Gold Stars get kids sponsorship deal. Powerlifting star honored at 7th WISA Award. I think, Israel, you'll be very good at powerlifting.
Really?
Yes. And I think that you should prove to us that you can powerlift by trying to carry me.
I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that.
You look like, okay, all right. Oh, well, a girl can only offer.
I mean, I can
Beat
try.
me at
I can try it off air if it works.
If it works, yeah, but you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. We created a miracle. Sheriff Boss says after a stunning reel. Okay. Superstar Pakayo retires from boxing. Oh. Yeah, but he is, going to stand for president, so that should be interesting. GTTA launches Talent Meets Opportunity. Asogli 2021 tennis tourney, I guess that's short for tournament, ends in Ho. And on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, 2021 Farmers' Day launched in Accra to be held in the Central Region. And Forum slams award of oil gas projects without community involvement. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
All right, let's go to the Daily Graphic. And on the front page, BOG buys first gold in 60 years, plans to purchase 540 kilograms with 200 million cedis in 2021. Now, we brought you that story. It was in the Ghanaian Times yesterday. So, yes, that is the same story that's being reported in the Daily Graphic. And then make health facilities audit report public, minority challenges government. And Nigerian airstrike kills civilians. That's on page 5. We moved into the pages. Ethiopia crisis stain on our conscience. That's the UN saying that. Guinea junta unveils transition plan. That's also running in some of the newspapers yesterday. Tunisia president names female prime minister. G20 to meet on Afghanistan October 12, and Lebanese families protest probe suspension. Greens FDP meet for preliminary talks. That has to do with the German election. So there's the party that came in first and the party that came in second. Now the party that came in third and fourth, they're meeting to see which of the two they would move into a coalition with. Trapped Canadian miners rescued. It's a very good news story. So all 39 miners trapped deep underground in central Canada have been brought to the surface 3 days after an accident damaged the mine's lift. And then on page 16, there's an opinion piece. It says unemployment at lowest in 30 years.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, he goes on to cite statistics from the International Labour Organization. It says, according to the ILO, the unemployment rate as captured by economicstrading.com. Okay, economicstrading.com. I don't know. Well, has averaged 6.17% in the last 30 years in the Fourth Republic and currently stands at about 4.53% in 2020. And it goes into the trend analysis. The trend analysis of the unemployment rates in the Fourth Republic since 1991 reveals a steady rise in the unemployment rate from 4.66% in 1991 to a peak level of 10.4% in 2000 during the Rawlings regime. It began to decline to level off at 4.79% in 2008 under the Kufuor regime. The rate began to rise again under the Atta Mills government to peak at 5.93% in 2012 and continued its upward trend to a new high of 6.81% in 2015 under the Mahama government. And then the rising trend witnessed a reversal under Nana Ado's government to reach the lowest rate of 4.12% in 2019 before leveling off at 4.53% in the COVID-19 year of 2020. So yes, I mean, this is what they're saying. They're picking from economicstrading.com. But I'm not sure about we having unemployment figures in this country.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that.
So I'm completely...
I mean, unless it's an estimate based on something. You
Yeah.
know, but I'm not, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Gender issues, curbing child marriage, shared responsibility. So around the world, 650 million girls and women alive today were married before they were 18. Okay, that's a lot of women to be married. Mm-hmm. Then we move to page 16. There's a story on the front page, Accra Tema, motorway potholes patched up. So you have a photo here of what it used to be and what it is now. Now, the concern that has come up a lot of the time is that when we patch these things, when we patch them with bitumen instead of the concrete that the road is made of, it doesn't take very long for it to come off again. So, well, we're looking forward to the rehabilitation of the entire motorway and expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can have a road that's going to last for us a lot longer. 5 MDCEs sail through in Ashanti Eastern regions. Central Regional Minister consoles Benua Doe's family. And I have an issue here with the photograph. You know, I've been talking about how when they take photographs and they don't ask people to look in the same camera at the same time. You see? So, yeah. You see that there's some looking in another direction there.
And there's some, yeah.
So please, the photographers, if you're taking photos, just ask the people to look in your camera.
We are very, very, very sorry.
Get everybody to look in your camera. Then, Kake's family has no right to question our work. That's Dr. Vladimir Chidanso saying that. He says they do not have the right to question us because they did not send us. We did the best of work and we do not owe anyone an apology. So the people are also saying that, yes, we did not send you, but who asked you to stray into our matters?
Oh, wow.
I mean, but yeah, that's the point that they're making. That wasn't part of the ambit. They were not supposed to look into the issues of Kaka. So why did they make those definitive and conclusive statements about Kaka, the issue being a family feud? Then on page 20, make health facilities audit report public, minority challenges government. Then part of $1.5 billion cocoa loan hits BOG's account next week. And Silver Star to assemble Peugeot cars in Ghana.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. So we're
For
having
those who don't know what Peugeot is, we mean Peugeot.
Yeah, Peugeot.
Right, I know.
And then don't look for a job, create one. That's Joe Garte to UPSA students. He said, it should be said that if our fathers gave us political independence, this generation has given us economic independence. All right. Then we go to the center spread. National Farmers Day to be held in Cape Coast, December 3. CJ calls for more resources to facilitate justice delivery. That's a Chief Justice. And then PAC, the Public Accounts Committee, is worried about abandoned projects. The minority has actually been expressing concerns about all of that. Azuma Nelson's career holds lessons for business success. FBN Bank saying that. Government pumps $1 billion into TVETs. Dr. Asamoah, the acting Director General of the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education, saying that Pando Gaja, Queen Mother makes education top priority. Tightening measures to check system fraud. BOG urges financial institution. And we go to page 34. Innovation now a must for entrepreneurs. Ghana Employers Association boss saying that. And then on page 35, we have how to register your SIM card. Okay, so this is stage 1, linking your SIM card to Ghana card via USSD. So, you know, we're going to start the re-registration of SIM cards from October 1. And so, if...
October 1 of this year?
Yeah, so tomorrow, essentially.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, have you
done your Ghana card?
Yeah, I have my Ghana card.
Oh, boy.
So, there's a process where...
So, for those of us who don't have our Ghana cards, what are we supposed to do?
Go get it.
Where?
You can go to National Identification Authority. At some point, they were in the GRA offices to do something. I don't know if they're still there, but yes, go get it. Okay, so if you follow the process and you're done with that, then you can go to stage 2. You can visit the service provider for stage 2, which I believe will be a lot easier. And the relevance of tax documentation in tax assessments, that's a piece here. And we move to page 38. Poor WASI performance in 7 regions. National conference to address issue in November. And then there's a story on the graphic showbiz segment here in the Daily Graphic. It says, "Don't Dare Us, Film Classification Committee to GIBA." So it looks like the Film Classification Committee and the Ghana Independent Brokers Association are on a collision course of explicit content on television. Earlier this year, the FCC decided to enforce the provisions in the Development and Classification of Film Act 935 to regulate content shown on TV. According to chairman of the committee, Socrates Safo, although there was an agreement with GIBA to ensure that TV stations did in-house regulation of their content, that had not been the case. And speaking with Graphic Showbiz last Monday, Socrates Safo said, "We agreed with GIBA that there should be a period when the TV stations will do an in-house regulation of the system. We thought it wise to do it with the media houses. GIBA is not monitoring its members as we agreed on. There's a lot of content out there that is not supposed to be on air. An example is Black Sheriff's first and second sermons being shown on TV. Per the guidelines, we don't see why they are showing at peak time. We have called the attention of the TV stations, even though we are being a bit flexible for starters." Okay, so apparently they have a problem with that being shown. And then TV goes beyond glitz glamour. That's Lily Mohammed. Lily Mohammed is a presenter with EIB. In sports, GBA lifts ban on Kome, and unlicensed coaches HOTS can't handle clubs. So the GFA says they can't handle clubs. Hazaka's ladies face Egypt, Mali, Equatorial Guinea challenge. And on the back page, Valco Trust Fund builds KG block for Faith Copper DA, and rabies cases rising. That's it for the Daily Graphic.
Okay. Just a few minutes more. So let me do the daily guide quickly. A dry report, Kaka witnesses lied. Judges, magistrates cry over allowance. 2 robbers killed, 4 escape, 1 grabbed. Okay, let me go to the story that caught my attention. So the police have grabbed, it's on page 7. The police have grabbed 792 bikes in 3 days. The Shanti Regional Police Command have impounded a staggering 792 motorbikes in just 3 days. This follows a major swoop conducted by the police in the 15 police divisions in the region from Saturday to Tuesday, so September 25th to September 28th. 792 bikes in 3 days. I'm not sure if you noticed when you were driving around over the weekend, I think Monday, Tuesday, so the same thing was going on in Accra.
Yeah.
So you noticed that, they were stopping these, motorbikes and stuff. And it's really because the bikes are not registered and the drivers don't have the licenses.
I saw one in such incident yesterday, or one operations yesterday around the Gold House traffic light. I think they call it Kaukudi.
Yeah, Kaukudi traffic light. Yeah. So, I mean, great stuff, because honestly, the motorbike riders are really most of them, a major nuisance. Yeah. Major, and it understands. It makes sense. I mean, if your motor is not registered and you don't have a license, then obviously you're in a hurry to wherever you're going because you don't want to be caught.
You do whatever you
just run through traffic lights, go on the left, go on the right. Yes, it is just. Anyway, let me do some entertainment quickly. So Shatawale has been speaking. I'll buy bulletproof. So I think Shatawale and Kanye West are soulmates because Kanye West released an album and then he took the album back, sort of, removed some people from the album, Chris Brown, and then re-released it. It's like, I won't do it again. I'll sing my own song. It's so Shatawale. I'm convinced they are soulmates. But that's what he's been saying. James Bond. The name is James Bond.
The name is James Bond.
There you go. So the new James Bond movie is out on October 8th. It's Daniel Craig's 5th and final James Bond film. It's called No Time to Die, and it's gotten such great reviews. Apparently it's fantastic. Fast-paced action, romance, everything that we love about James Bond movies. So make a date to watch it. Don't download it illegally. Don't. Cafe. God is watching you. Don't do that. So yeah, I think those were the things I wanted to talk about. Kwabena is going to hold an album listening party on October 17th in Kumasi. All right. And on the back page of the Daily Guide, no fans for Zimbabwe, Ghana clash. So Ghana's Black Stars clash with their Zimbabwean counterparts in Harare, but it'll be played behind closed doors. That's the latest decision by the Confederation of African Football. Messi opens PSG account. Oh, Messi.
Well,
all right.
He scored yesterday.
Yes.
The Champions League.
Yeah, I love that. Opens PSG account. And that's about it. That's it for the Daily Guide. Okay,
so we haven't reviewed the Chronicle in a while, so we have it, and I'm going to go through it. The Chronicle on the front page, Kumasi enmeshed in filth as Zoomlion fails to evacuate waste. That's a lot of waste we can see there. It's a far cry from what we saw in Carnation. So it just needs to be lifted. Okay.
Yeah.
Suspects in free-for-all fight with police. Okay. And then also on the front page of the Chronicle, police declare war on robbers. Another 2 gunned down. And KMA in deep trouble over 50 million cedi debt. Court orders attachment of office complex. Okay. And there's more photos of the field in Kumasi on page 2. And truck runs over policeman. Ooh, ouch. That's so terrible. Okay, and then market women urged to vacate unauthorized selling places. That would be about it. Okay, so lawyers use BOG over dormant account policy. And yeah, that'll be it for me, for the Chronicle. Quickly, the business finder, Ghana will have food in abundance next year. Dr. Akoto, who's the Agric Minister, saying that after more awareness, key private sector, diaspora, and academia must team up. And National Development Bank critical to economic recovery process. All right, that's it for me.
All right, okay, so let's go to myjoyonline.com really quickly. We only have about a minute before 7, and Oreku will be joining us with the sports. All right, Health Minister is best to provide answers on uncompleted health facilities. That's according to Dr. Yao Efriye. Okay, so other stories?
Okay, Special Prosecutor to begin rolling out corruption cases in October. New bungalows for judges of structural defect. Justice Jamafe saying that, and the justices and magistrates, they've been really, yesterday they were complaining bitterly about their relocation and all of that, and the new place they've sent them to, planes flying over and the buildings shaking, you know.
Oh gosh.
Government is being wicked, Minta Kando, on abandoned health projects. I'm coming for you, Special Prosecutor to returning officers who forge results. Okay, which returning officers are these? Are these election? Okay. We need more local rice to meet demand, Efriye Akoto. Ghana has only 67% of its needed health workers, research reveals. Armed robbery not on the rise, ACP Kwesi Fori, and current access to justice cannot happen in any civilized country, Chief Justice. Okay. All right, so that'll be it for my Joy Online.
Okay, so do you want to just run us quickly through what we can expect this morning?
So we're going to be talking about the heart. So yesterday was World Heart Day, but then we're having a conversation about how, because of COVID-19, the situation has become a lot worse for the many people who are living with cardiovascular disease, because they can't go to the hospitals, and they also, because of their underlying conditions, essentially. We know that COVID-19 makes people who have underlying conditions, their situation a lot more scary when it comes to when they contract COVID-19.
Okay.
So we're going to have a conversation on how do you live with it and how you can protect yourself and what all the right things that you need to be doing. So we'll have that conversation. And then Nigeria's bad boy, Jim Ike, is in the studio. And Jim Ike is coming into the studio, he being a bad boy, and Enima being so adorable. I don't know. But yeah, he's coming into the studio. And we're going to have a conversation with him. Why?
Nothing.
Okay. So we're going to have a conversation with Jim Ike and ask him. In fact, we're asking you to join us with your questions as well.
On Facebook, we'll put up the post and then...
Yeah. So join us with your questions. Yeah. And then we may just make it possible for you to speak with Jim Ike directly.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, by Zoom.
Yeah,
so,
that would
be on the lookout for that. Now, then another thing that came up, I had a conversation, I saw this interview where David was speaking to Trevor Noah, and he talked about how Nigerians in the diaspora have supported their craft and made Nigerian music huge.
Yeah.
Brings up
I'm trying to recover from Davido's American accent.
Oh.
Now, wow.
But he schooled in the US.
He didn't have an accent when he started singing.
Oh. Okay. But yes, the conversation is...
Yo!
So I posted this on Facebook, and I'm getting quite some interesting reactions.
Okay.
You know, is it the case? Is this really the secret to the
Nigerian success?
The Nigerian success.
The support of.
Or
are they just better at marketing themselves and branding and the quality of their work?
That there's a whole lot of them. We can't ignore them.
Yeah.
And so if there's a whole lot of them, they're out there and they're making requests for.
Their songs to be,
essentially, I feel, because there's a whole lot of them, they support the industry. The country is able to support the industry. Or the economy is able to support the industry.
Even just by the sheer numbers.
Yeah. But yes, it's a conversation we're going to have a lot later on.
With Davido, maybe.
Yeah, we'll seek your views. We're not having a conversation with
I'm just saying, you never know. Anyway, it's a Jim Ike kind of Thursday. We're super excited about that. So fantastic show coming up. But sports is coming up next, so don't go anywhere.